Washington's clear thinking headquarters. The Morning Majority, 5 to 9 on 630 WMAL.
5:36, Morning Majority. Bryan, even Matt Lewis from the Daily Caller, wandering around here somewhere. Coming up on the show this morning, A.B. Stoddard at the 7 o'clock hour. Jake Tapper also at 7:36 this morning. Captain Chuck Nash joins us, the latest on Libya, how he thinks things are going there. Larry Kudlow on the economy. So a big morning, as always, here on the Morning Majority. So I'm looking for some help here. I need some help from the intelligence community. I know we have a lot of people who are driving into work at this hour who do the work of the good fight. Let's just put it that way, doing the good fight and trying to stop Al-Qaeda from doing things to us. I don't know if we have to have intelligence agencies or people in the intelligence agency to help me out here, or somebody who's just good with technology. Here's my problem, Matt. My problem is this. We bought my kids walkie-talkies, these cheap little Star Wars, Clone Wars walkie-talkies for Christmas, and they really didn't start getting into them until about a month ago. And quite frankly, they're crap. I mean, if you're in the basement and the other kid's upstairs, you can't hear them. It doesn't work very well, and they throw them down, and they get frustrated with them. And we've had some fun with it, whatever. I mean, you had walkie-talkies probably when you were little.
Yeah, they're actually really fun for kids.
Yeah, they're cool. Don't get me wrong, they're very cool as long as you're only 20 feet away from each other in this particular incident. Here's what's happening with these walkie-talkies. As soon as you turn them on, there's a man's voice that you hear, plain as day, and the man is not speaking American. Okay, that's not English. I'm not convinced what language it is. It seems the language changes from time to time. I'm pretty convinced yesterday it was Arabic. There's no doubt about it that it was Arabic. Before, I thought it was maybe Spanish. I thought I maybe heard some hard French in there at one point, but definitely heard Arabic yesterday, and it comes in loud and clear as soon as you turn it on. As soon as you turn the walkie-talkie on, there you hear it. Now, if you push the button to talk so the other person can hear you with the other walkie-talkie, then it goes away. But as soon as you take your finger off the button, then the man's voice comes back. And he is talking to someone. He's clearly talking to someone. And the person who he is talking to, you can't really hear all that well, but it's faint. What's going on there? I need to know. 1-888-630-9625 is the phone number. If you can help me out, just ease my mind a little bit. 1-888-630-WMAL. You can text feedback to 68683. I will say that I live close to the NSA, very close to the NSA. A lot of guys, in that field live in my community. I actually asked one of them. He said, "Yeah, it's not coming from the NSA, that's for sure. It's something else." But what is it? What could it be?
I don't know. One time I was on this is in the old days when you would have a home landline, but it was a wireless.
Yeah.
And I hung up the phone talking to somebody, and all of a sudden I was hearing a girl who lived next door to me talking. Mm-hmm. She had some interesting things to say. So you never know.
Was she talking about you at all?
Not about me, but interesting thing.
Okay, I thought about that. I said, well, it's probably, interference from my neighbor, maybe one of their baby monitors or something like that. We have baby monitors in the house. But this isn't anyone who lives near me. I mean, it's not.
A cab driver or, dispatcher?
I don't know. I mean, a cab driver is possible, but how far do those things go? I mean, I don't really live near a lot of cabs or anything. I don't live near the city. I live somewhat near the airport. I will say this: there are times where if I'm listening to a certain radio station, where and if I have the baby monitor on and I'm listening to that radio station, I can hear the cockpit airplane. I hear that on a regular basis, but I know right away it's it's the airport and it's a pilot. In this particular case, I have no idea what it is. I mean, it's just somebody speaking in a foreign language, and what they're talking about, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what it is. 1-888-630-9625 is the phone number. If you can help me out, I'd appreciate that. Mark in Damascus, you're on the Morning Majority. Bryan, even Matt Lewis in this morning.
Good morning, guys.
What do you think it is, Mark?
If you own a CB radio, and a lot of us do, it may be known as skip.
All right.
A lot of times your CB radio, you'll be able to talk locally, and other times you'll be able to pretty much skip your transmission because the ionosphere and different conditions and goes long distance.
Okay, so but who am I hearing? That's what I want to know. I mean,
you can be hearing anybody. I turn on the CB radio and I hear South America, Mexico, all kinds of different places.
Really?
As well as different states down in the south. You can hear Jamaica. Sometimes you hear other guys talking back and forth.
So I can hear Jamaica on my kid's walkie-talkie, but my next door neighbor's cell phone can't come through.
Exactly. Anybody with a CB radio will tell you can't hear the guy that's down the road from you, but you can hear the guy in Brazil.
That's amazing.
Yeah, what frequency are the radios on? That's important.
I have no idea.
Open up the back of it and look, and it should tell you the frequency should be somewhere in the 27 point something range.
Okay.
That's usually the public band.
I'll check that out. Appreciate the phone call. Keith and Sterling, you're on the Morning Majority. What's up, Keith?
Morning, Neiman. Hey, I just wanted to say the same thing the last caller said. You're probably near a taxi cab company, a rubbish hauler, something like that, that's got a big radio tower in their lot, transmitting stuff out to their fleet of trucks or cabs or whatever.
So it's just a dispatcher, and I'm just hearing them talking in several different languages, even though the languages change on a regular basis?
You know, that's a good chance that's what's going on. I mean, you know, look who's driving cabs and trucks out there today, and I rest my case.
Okay, well, that's a good point. I just didn't think I was, I figured you had to be near the city, but I mean, if he's saying that you can hear it all the way in Jamaica, then that's a possibility. One more, Jack in Gaithersburg. You're on the Morning Majority. Brian, Eam, and Matt Lewis.
Hi, I like the dispatch for the last guy who was just talking about, but there's the phenomenon. I think the first guy was skip zones, that radio signals bounce off at different levels of the atmosphere and come back down. When I was in Vietnam, at different times on the radio, sometimes be able to talk to Korea, sometimes, other long distance for radios that were only good for 25, 30 miles.
All right.
Well, there's also the chance there's a terrorist cell next door to you. I mean, that's the other option.
I'm worried about, Matt. That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, probably a cabbie dispatcher, but maybe a terrorist cell next door.
Thank you. Make me feel better. 5:43 on WMAL.